And so I'm going to give you some really yummy information, but I didn't tell anybody it was coming out here. The moon is void. I mean, it's really quiet right now, but I wanted to do it because I am testing running a restream meeting by myself across multiple platforms. So I just wanted to see how it was going to work and see what was going to happen. And so I am going to give you some yummy information that I think you'll find super, super helpful, because why not? It'll take like 10 minutes to do that. So I do astrology, I do business, right? I talk about the things. And what I will tell you is that there are 3 levels of using astrology for your life and your business. 3 levels. And so that first one is the most popular. That's the one that people will, get behind. And I spend a lot of time on it. And that's forecasting, right? It creates common certainty when you know what's going to be coming up, even if it's a little janky, right? So from July 22nd until last Friday, it was very different, right? It was not a lot of flow. There was not a lot of uplift. It could have been quiet. It could have been confusing. And that's the way it was. And knowing that, I think, is super helpful, because then you know what's happening and you might not internalize it so much. You might go into your mind, not go into your mind and say, oh, these are the things that I did right, did wrong. Why didn't anybody buy? Why didn't this launch go well? You can say, okay, you know what? I knew this. I needed to do it during this time anyway. So I am going to strategize or plan or, schedule it a little bit differently in both my mind and in my business, because I know this. So that's what the astrology forecasting can do for you. Now, there's weekly forecasts, daily forecasts, monthly forecasts, quarterly forecasts, seasonal forecasts, annual forecasts. I happen to do weekly, monthly, and seasonal and annual. The only one I don't do is daily, unless you're with me, in the one-on-one container and you want to know a lot of things that are going on at a certain period of time, right? Forecasting, really super helpful. It is the most common. It is the way that people will talk about using astrology for financial planning, for strategy, for scheduling, for figuring out when to do promotions or launching, when to hire, when to get creative, when to optimize and streamline, when to look at growing top line versus when to, look at, improving bottom line. The stars astrology will tell you the really good times to do it. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather make things easier and make things smoother than kind of go against a wall. And sometimes the energy is a wall. That's the first layer. Again, most common. The second layer, though, is something that I do, and I don't know how many other people that are in that typical astrology bent do. And this is why I always say use the stars plus strategy. And I talk about it clearing the pathway to your success, because you can use the powerful energy of the stars to help clear your pathway, remove blocks, give you a boost of power, give you a boost of creativity, give you a better energy for connecting. So this is less about timing. A lot of times they do coordinate, and this is much more about, this is what the energies are providing for you right now. And just think about it. A lot of people do know about the moon. And the moon, the moon that revolves around the earth, right? There is a relationship with us. The sun and the moon are called luminaries. And the sun, as we know, has a beautiful effect for us for day and night. It has a beautiful effect for us as being central to our lives. It has a beautiful life-giving force. Yay. The moon actually has that pull and that push, and it's more mysterious, and it's more about your heart, and it's about how you rejuvenate yourself and restore yourself and how you care for yourself. It's about how you connect. It's about how you do engage your power, and it is fluid. So that's just one. A lot of people know about that, about the moon, but think about it. The moon can move the tides here on Earth. Amazing power. We are made up 70% of water. Moon can move us. So whether you're cognizant of that or not, the moon actually provides that energy. But guess what? Venus provides energy for discernment, for calm, for beauty, for design, for love. Mercury creates energy for us for communicating, intuiting, connecting, traveling, using technology and other communication tools. Mars helps us with our, taking action and getting things done and being brave and bold or not. There's always a flip side too. I mean, I'll just name the personal planets, but every single planet gives us energy. And knowing how to take advantage of that and harness it is the difference between using the stars and knowing what's happening, super helpful. Using the stars, knowing what's happening, plus understanding what the energetic powers are and how to use them and when. That's the difference between, guess what? I'm calm and certain. And oh, guess what? I just cleared the pathway to my success. I just, overcame a hurdle that I've had or an obstacle that I've had for years, decades, lifetimes. Or, I am stepping into a whole different way of doing business or sales or marketing or understanding my money. I'm using practical examples or at least topically, just so you can get a flavor for, yes, the stars, ooh, Mercury's doing whatever. You may not care about that. This is why you have somebody interpret it for you. Gee, today is an excellent time for, boom, this week is wonderful for, avoid doing this next month. That's excellent. Again, timing. Ooh, guess what? The eclipses provide this kind of energy and you can find your hidden treasure. Oh, guess what? The eclipses next spring are going to help you stretch time. What? Yes. I'm totally doing that. And it's, first of all, fascinating. And secondly, so incredibly helpful to have that jetpack on your back versus having the power, forces against you. But there's actually a third way. And again, this is more familiar and it does require you knowing a little bit about yourself. And that is, your date of birth and your time of birth and your place of birth. But when you get into that individual, that third layer of astrology, this is your personal GPS. Literally, it's your guidance system saying, how were the stars painted in the sky the minute that you were born? What did your soul choose to do to live its life mission? What is its life mission? And so how are you aligned with that? That's, again, work that I do when I incorporate the strategy. But the plain astrology will give you that circumstance, if you will, that painting in the sky, your fate. Your destiny is what you choose. Fate is determined, but we have free will. We totally can do what we want to do, right? So we have free choice every single minute of every single day. So how is our personal guidance system at that soul level integrating with what we're doing? Mind, heart, will. And so that is really super informative too, which is why I created the quiz in my success making methodology, because it's all based on that. That literally is giving you the map of you are here. Soul wants to go here. Okay, where are you? So I just wanted to pop in here. Again, this was a test. Moon is void. Don't think anybody's here. Totally perfect. Didn't tell anyone who's going to be here. I'm going to go ahead and check to see if this worked. And I am doing this because on Thursday, I'm going to be going live at 1:00 in the afternoon. And I am going to be talking about the magnificent gateway that is opening up for your future. And it's all about the masculine and feminine. It's all about your energy. It's how you can gather yourself to be in the position that when we get to that energetic luge that we're going to have in Q1 of next year, and have you be prepared for it. So I hope to see you here. I hope you come. And again, test. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde. Just want to test, make sure all the things were fine. We had a lot of shifting technology as we were trying to deal with Mercury retrograde. So I have a big affinity with Mercury because my ascendant is in Gemini and I've got a stellium in Virgo. So when Mercury goes retrograde, I am affected. Mercury went retrograde in Virgo. I was extremely affected. So if you were here for the 8 or 9 minutes, wonderful. You just got a little tidbit, just something to think about. And if not, no worries, because if I see you on Thursday, wonderful. So thank you so much for listening.